This is the challenge. Vets and new threats.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the number one, the Right Reality Podcast. I didn't even get through the full ramp up of the number one. I'm so excited to talk about Babe getting railed.
Let's go.
Let's go, Babe.
7 of Vets and New Threats. At least someone is getting laid, and that person is Babe.
Babe, good job, Babe. Back on the horse, literally. Oh.
I mean, we did kind of think that this was going to happen when we got that random clip of Will saying that Babe was hot.
That's right. I completely forgot about that.
It didn't pay off for like 4 episodes.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't either. This was great. This was fantastic. And honestly, I would say most boring daily that we've gotten from the challenge this season, and it still was a great episode because Babe got fucked.
It was kind of a boring daily. We'll get to that. But basically, if it's your first time finding us, thank you so much for finding the number one, the best challenge podcast in the land. And there's so much we have to talk about. Basically, most of this episode is going to be talking about Babe getting absolutely railed. And yes, the audio you're hearing in the background is the audio of Babe getting railed right now. So,
you're going to overlay it of us talking? Thank you, Steven.
It's there.
This is what I've always wanted. Wow.
Obviously.
Can we also add other Babe asking for galaxies to it? Can we layer?
I only want good things. I don't need to hear, hey, hit a hammer fist. A hammer fist. Throw a hammer. Throw a fist. With 1 minute left, throw a fist.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Come on. I'm about to watch my ex-girlfriend get railed on TV. Come on. Can you give me a galaxy, please?
You can put her ass begging. Come on, please, come on. While Nany is moaning.
Galaxy. Use a glove.
Oh, God. Also, we'll talk about how much we love Ashley and Tay this episode. It's just a lady positive podcast. Allies.
It absolutely is. And it is a great episode for us to talk about. To start it off immediately, I was annoyed because we ended the last episode with Olivia winning, coming back to the house, right? Because of this stupid preview, which we haven't bitched about in at least 2 episodes, so I'm going to bring it back up. I knew that it was going to be a women's elimination day from the very beginning of the episode.
Oh, really? See, I fast forward through that. I just go click, 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 so I don't see
I'm going to call it out because it's in the actual episode. So it's something that we need to discuss again, I think. I was very upset because this whole preview was them being like, are we going to send in Sydney? Are we going to send in Dee? What about John A? And I'm just like, okay, now I know it's a girl's day.
What are we doing? Why do we need that? Bring back previously on.
I don't need to be preview. All it's doing is ruining the episode for me. You're giving me a preview at the end of last episode. That's enough. I don't need to also be previewed for an episode that I'm sitting down to watch. I just don't need it. And I can't imagine that this is like retaining people because we've cut out the previously on. If you're somehow on MTV and staying after Rob Dyrdek screaming, then you don't even know what's been going on because they aren't letting you know what happened. So to me, I feel like it doesn't work.
No, I don't. People are tuning in to watch this. They're not. You're right. The slim amount of people who just had Rob Dyrdek doing dances at 55 years old, still on the thing, wearing skater shorts and shoes and a hat like he's 23. Then they're just gonna be like, "Oh, what's this show? What's coming up this week? I get to see something cool." It's just not happening. It doesn't need to be there. We're trying to be positive this season.
Well, and it ruined, not only did it ruin that the girls were going to be the ones going into elimination, it also, like, there was this whole thing they were trying to build up before the daily of, like, Olivia's going to go after Leo, and, like, if he loses, he's going in. And that whole period of time, I knew that this was all not happening. You're ruining the entire episode.
For nothing. For absolutely nothing. There's no redeeming quality of that. People in production who listen, please like DM us and let us know on the side why you did this. Is this because we have such a good season and you're like, we have to put something bad in here? Like, we can't just have a open shut perfect episodes every single time. We got to bring the number one down somehow.
I'm also curious, guys listening, leave a comment if you like it. I would love to know, like, anybody that wants to defend this, please do, because I'm open to trying to understand why this is a good idea.
Look at you being open to hearing different points of view, Mix.
I'm in a good phase of I'm in a good 3-day part of my life right now, so let's capitalize on that.
I was about to say, who is this?
And move forward.
Okay.
Babe and Will is where I want to go because we get the beginning flirties.
Lots of beginning flirties.
When do you think this was?
I don't know. When do you think it was?
I think it's highly unlikely that it was now. Like the day before the daily that they then that night fucked.
Banged it out. I imagine maybe this was going on for 2-3 days leading up to the banging. But also, maybe this was like, I don't know, maybe it was the night before. I don't know.
It just seems very out of the blue. I feel like they were probably doing like little flirty chats on the side during dailies and like little touchy grabbies here and there. And this is just the only time they really caught anything on camera because we got like a high angle punch the fucking shot of them.
Yeah, it's just the security footage.
Yeah,
like it's the house security cam. So none of the camera people are in the house. It's the camera that they use later to spy on Babe.
And I think that it's because of other Babe. Because once they do fuck, and we'll get way into this, once they do fuck and the cameras come in, that's when, and Will's the one being like, well, now we're done. And I think it's because Babe said, want to smash, but can't have other Babe watch it. We'll get to that.
We'll get
to that.
The idea that Babe, we need a timeline. What
Absolutely.
is the timeline between the breakup and her filming and the banging? Like, are we talking 2 weeks? Are we talking 3 weeks? Are we talking 2 months? Like, I need a timeline.
That would be nice.
Of when the breakup to the banging happened. B to B. Babe and Babe. Break up to bang.
Well, and also, Babe, you saw Will absolutely spiral over a girl that, to our knowledge, he fucked once the day before they came to the house.
And I think she's trying to say that they didn't bang. They just, like, made out a little bit and, maybe did some hand and mouth stuff, but come on.
Either way,
Still.
he overreacted the fuck to that, and that's a scary sign. You don't
think Babe gives a shit about that? Babe wants to get railed. Babe has been missing the D. She wants some D. Literally not that D, but this D, and she wanted it badly enough that sometimes you make bad decisions when you're blocked up good like Babe was.
Maybe
it's been years since Babe had a D.
I'm just trying to think, and maybe Gabe isn't single and that's why, but if I'm going to use a man in that house to fuck me, it's Gabe.
I think Gabe is fucking Ashley, that's why.
I also think Gabe is fucking Ashley and they're doing it in secret. Because, oh my God, that scene.
That was wild. We get to that as well. Oh my God, there's so much. There's so much mixed. But yes, they were teasing us here. And like on our Smash or Pass, we like a little tease.
Sometimes we like a tease, yeah.
Okay, like he's got her hand on her knees on top of the covers. And I was like, okay. Like the fact that she jumped down with him.
She is initiating all of this contact.
All
aggressively, too, by the way. Which, boy, oh boy, are we going to get to. But let's talk daily first. Let's do actual challenge things for a little bit, eh?
Because they show all this. She's rubbing the back of his neck. And I was like, oh my God. And then she said in her thing, I'm not trying to get in a relationship. And I'm like, and like I put that up to my Google Translate, and I selected the language babe, and I changed it to English, and I played it, and it translated, "I'm just here to fuck."
Maybe. I would argue that you don't like back of head, touch, grab, scratch, cuddle.
Ooh, if you're just there to bang.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then we just go right to the daily, and I got blue balls from editor 1. I was like, where's the banging?
Yeah.
Where's the makeout?
They wanted us to wait, and we had to wait to get through this daily. Generally, on this daily, I would say it's the worst one we've had. I like the idea. Again, if I were to just explain it to you, they're racing around the track a bunch of times. There's these 4 different puzzles. They can't really help each other because they can't really see, even though sometimes people were standing up and looking at the puzzles, and other times people were sitting and with their helmets still on, but whatever. Verbally, planning this out as a producer, director, great idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exciting. It just was one of those ones that did not translate to TV like I think they were expecting it to. There was never any point where I was watching the racing like, oh, who's gonna go around that corner fast? You know what I mean? It just was like, The puzzles were good, but I would have rather those puzzles been on the side of a cliff and they jump off the cliff when they're done with it,
I don't mind the go-karting. I think the issue was, as you said, it's very hard to read on camera to keep track. There was one point where Michaela, they didn't finish a puzzle, and I was like, oh, you're not great at everything like you think you are. You literally couldn't do one of the puzzles. And then they finished 3rd or 4th, and I was
Thank you, Steven.
How did this happen?
I have a photo of this too, because I was like, what? What is this? I don't understand what this is. What are we on this leaderboard, which by the way, it says 1, 2, 3, and then it cuts to 12. If you're just do the whole goddamn side of the screen, there's enough room for you to give me where everyone is at this point.
You're talking about the leaderboard situation thing. Yeah, the standings where it showed.
And there's green lights.
Yeah, we're gonna use a little bit of Formula One, lights out and away we go. So it's showing you these people finished the second one, and these people are at the end. Michaela and Justin got a red one because they timed out and couldn't actually finish it. But Turbo and D had not, are they in progress? Put a yellow light on that one. I want to see they're in the middle of that one. That's okay.
I'm not following.
We needed to see 12 and 13 because those would be the people who would get put into the elimination.
Yes, but you have space on the screen to just do the whole list.
You could. You could.
And exactly what you said. There, when I see that Michaela doesn't finish a puzzle, I see that all of a sudden we find out Tay and Yermi aren't doing well. I felt like we did not know that was the case for a good amount of time during this daily. It was very hard to follow what was going on.
I agree, sadly. Although we're trying to be positive, I really liked it because I felt like it was very up your alley. It was part Mario Party, part Mario Kart. We even got a Mario Kart graphic with TJ doing the little fishing thing.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I really liked that. I honestly, the fits of this daily was also great.
They were all color coded too. We thought ahead of that.
Thank you for that. And they were all different colors, not all different shades of orange or something. We actually had different colors. So thank you for listening to that. CT, I thought looked hot, honestly. Hot.
You thought
dad.
he was gonna come work on your car or something like that?
Yeah, you pull up to the mechanic and it's a hot fucking, but he's really sweet and actually helpful. Hot.
He's got his accent. He does his mumble.
And then those blue ass motherfucking eyes. Blue ass eyes. Shouts out Justin for immediately asking what I thought right off the bat, where he said it goes 100 kilometers or whatever.
Kilometers? That's a fact.
Kilometers.
Yeah, you go.
And I start grabbing my phone, and then Justin says, "What is that in miles per hour?" And I go, "Thank you," and put my phone down. Don't have to figure that out. Editor 1 hits us with a graphic, 62 miles per hour. Thank you so much. I am now back into understanding what's happening.
I need to know exactly. You can't just say these go fast and then like not tell us how fast they are.
Yeah, that was the thing too. And then Justin asked, and then Derek is like, fast. And I'm like, cool. I'm assuming that's the case, but I would like to know the number. Also, did you know that horsepower is actually based off of horses? I got into a whole can of worms with this. This was like last week. I forget who I was talking to, but I was like, why is it horsepower? And it's like, is every horsepower equivalent to like one horse?
Yes.
And basically it is.
Of course it is. What else do you think it would be?
Of course it is. That seems like something that's like too simple.
Yeah.
To be that.
That's why it was like. But
what's an average car? Now they're like the equivalent of like 600 horses. That's crazy. That's wild.
Not all of them are 600 horsepower. That's a bit. It's a bit
I'm
much.
saying,
but it's
I'm
the
just
power
saying.
of that you could pull with the energy of 600 horses.
What is an average car's horsepower?
Ask Google. I don't know. I'm gonna say like an engine could probably get up to 250 to 300.
250?
I'm gonna guess 250. Yeah.
That's a lot of horses, dude. Like, why are we not talking about this?
Because it's understood. Because it's a car and not a horse.
But it is in horsepower. Listen.
No.
We won't get into this deeply, but
we've already got into it deeply. What are you talking about? You didn't know? And then you're like, oh, we won't get into it too deeply. What's an average horse? 500? No. It's the whole thing.
You gotta think about how many horses that is. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's 500 of them. That's a lot of horses.
Because like in the old times, they had a horse or two on their wagon.
Yeah, that's why we got there.
Okay, but like maybe let's just update a little, you know?
What would you like it switched to?
I don't know, but whales?
No, stop.
Because then you're got way less numbers. Then like 2 whales equates more to me better than like 250 horses.
I hate to tell you, you're gonna have way more whales than horses. Whales aren't that powerful.
Stronger.
It's about the power. Do you see it like a horse gallop? That's what it's the power that the horse can pull.
Jaguars or cheetahs.
Stop.
I want the numbers to be lower because my brain can't process 250 horses.
Oh, God. I just love when these conversations come out of nowhere.
Anyways, cars.
To the point where people are like, this can't be real. I can't wait to edit that into a social clip at this point.
It doesn't make any sense.
It does, because they used to pull the carriages, and it was 1 horse or 2 horses, and that was the power.
Once we're starting to hit more than like 10 horses, we need to be changing our unit of measurement here.
Okay, so
because that's too many horses. You can't, like, I'm looking at my street right now, and I'm trying to think of 250 horses per person. My brain can't think that. It just does not compute. Like, crash. I can't.
Recent new cars generally falling between 180 to 240 horsepower. So kind of what I said, 200 to 250. Yeah.
That's
and then the big
wild.
cars, like you don't even want to know about a Formula 1 car horsepower.
My brain won't be able to process that. But if it was in like cheetahs, I feel like we could have a more understanding conversation about it.
I'm going to look. Formula 1 horsepower. Take a guess.
800.
1,000.
Like, we are getting to too high of a number of horses.
This is just your issue with double numbers and not being able to process double numbers.
No, because like your brain, it's like when you get to a bunch of money, right? Like they're like, oh, like the Powerball is 1.3 billion or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
My brain can't compute that much money. Like at a certain point of money, it just stops understanding value.
I got it.
There's too many horses. Let's switch it to cheetahs.
Yeah.
Cheetah power sounds awesome. Cheetah girls, cheetah sisters. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I think now that you phrased it that way, great marketing terms, I think you're onto something. You know, we'll have to talk to Ferrari because their logo is literally a horse and see if they want to switch it. You know,
is it? I thought it was like Jaguar is a Jaguar. So wait, like the Jaguar cars, do they have their power in Jaguars?
Yes, they do.
Do they really?
No.
That'd be smart marketing. You're welcome, marketing team. Change all of your stuff from horsepowers to Jaguars. People would go bananas. And
Instead
also
of that
understand
marketing campaign they did, that everybody was just like, no, we're out.
Did they do a bad one?
Oh, they did a whole rebrand. It was horrific.
Listen, I might not know about horsepower, but America doesn't even know how to drive. And I'm sorry. I can't believe that. And sure, maybe I'm privileged, like that girl that told me I was privileged because I knew how to use a shovel. Maybe I'm privileged, but I'm not even saying just a car. Sure, maybe hasn't driven a car, but like a golf cart or a motor scooter, nothing that has like a gas brake situation.
I'm trying to research to see where she's from. Like if she lives in the city, she lives in Boston.
Yeah, but even in Boston, like you're driving a bird.
You're on the T. That's all I know about Boston. I guess she doesn't have a car. Also, how old is she? Is she like 23? Like I'd get it a little bit more.
Is she younger?
Yeah, she's got to be young. She's got to be super young, I think. Also, people are like kind of mad at her because she's posted absolutely nothing about the show and just
that makes me think that she doesn't do good or she's mad at production.
I don't think she wants her fans to watch her on that because she's afraid of what they're going to show of her, like the whole she was trying to make out with CT thing and whatever.
All of this drama that's been going on. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that they've found out about it though, but who knows? I don't know. I found it strange, and then
she came in third.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. And then for the result to be that it, like, we never really got a shot of her being like, oh, I don't know how to drive. Like, you know, if you're going to give me that, then give me something to finish it with. Like, I just got a comment or two about it and then we moved on. That's how I felt about this daily edit in general. It was just like, I was shown that someone was struggling and then all of a sudden, 3 minutes later, I saw them like crossing the finish line in fourth, and I'm like, "What happened?"
They ran out of time because they were showing us so much of Anissa being upset at CT for not driving fast, even though she does not understand how gravity works with go-karts, and that if you're a bigger guy, you're not going to go around as fast as somebody like America in the car. It's just the weight. They don't have enough horsepowers.
There wasn't enough horses to power.
Wasn't enough little horsies. Also, she said this is our usual time of the episode where we go, what are you talking about, Anissa? We need a sounder for that. She said she got a NASCAR certification when she was about 20. And of course, I journalismed.
Oh, good.
Can't find anything about what that means. If they offer that, like, what does that mean? You got a NASCAR certification. Was this like something you just sent away for in the mail when you were younger? You know, in the back of a magazine, Teen People.
It's like when you can like go online and become an ordained minister for your friend's wedding in 2 seconds.
I think that's what she did.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Also, Theo said he won he was like, I was the number 1 golf carter. I'm like, where? What? When? Who?
Karting is a big thing in Europe. That's how these Formula One drivers get started. Is like go-karting. That's a big thing.
I mean, that's sick, but I don't know what the hell that means. And
however, it did look like it was during his track days, and I think he basically said, "Hey, me and all my boys went to do go-karts one time, and I came in first."
Yeah, that's how I got it too. Like the background shot of him.
Yeah.
Like the background of it was like just like a kid's birthday party banner.
Right. Yeah, it was at like Celebration Station or something like that. Who else did you race with? And it's like 5-year-olds or something like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. I also wanted to just note, Anissa and CT did a good job. They're great at puzzles. We know this when it matters. They're great at puzzles. And I just thought it was interesting. You know, they did do well. I'm going to give Anissa her points and stars being positive. I just want everyone to note the amount of strength and cardio that was needed for this daily.
That is my note.
We've all taken that mental note? Great. We'll move on.
Well, let's not move on because somebody decided they wanted to start a little ruckus in the YouTube comments this week about, again, I guess somebody must have told Anissa's fan base about our show.
I didn't think she had one, which, like, isn't why I'm shitting on her, but it doesn't, I've never seen a positive thing.
So here's the comment. It comes from Daryl Jones. Shout out. What's up, Daryl?
Thank you for the engagement.
As always. I don't really understand why there's so much hate for Anissa. There are literally worse players than her that don't get the same amount of bashing.
Hold on, time out. Who?
Here we go. Amanda has literally thrown and quit on challenges, yet everyone loves her. She also only has one elimination win, and that's because she was in a team with Nelson. Like, this shit is really uncomfortable. Then you guys, here we go, this is the best part. Then you body shame her while one of you, me, is not even in shape yourself. Well, Daryl, a few things. One,
I'm also not in shape.
I'm not going on a reality TV competition show where I'm asked to do physical things. And if I was, guess what? I'd probably get in great shape to try to do it and not complain about it. Two, why does no one shit on Amanda? Because she's actually entertaining on the show and she mixes it up. She gets into fights. She does stuff. She's great. She gives great sound bites. You know what she doesn't say? Hey, TJ's talking about the points, and I think the points really matter.
I would also say for Amanda, when she throws it, she says, hey, I'm going to throw it.
Yeah.
And that's fucking funny.
I don't want them to win. I'm just going to sit here and hold this fucking thing down.
And TJ's yelling at her to, like, actually do it. And she's like, you know, and that's fucking fun.
Yeah. And then when TJ yelled at Anissa to jump off the side of the building during All-Stars, she's like, I'm not doing it, TJ. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. He's like, move. And she's like, no, I'm not doing it. Amanda would be like, come over here and try to push me off, you bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Come over here, you little bitch, and push me off. That's why. I'm not going on a reality competition show and trying to compete and claim all of this stuff.
And also, for me, I wouldn't show up right now in this shape that I am in and say, I'm going to win. I'm in the best shape of my life, because I'm not in the best shape of my life. No. And if there's evidence of better shapes of you on this show previously, it's a little hard for that argument to take place. And I would also like to argue, we have never body shamed her. Ever. I haven't. And if I have, that's not what I meant. I'm saying I've seen her on this show. I've seen her in better physical shape. I've seen her perform better.
Yes.
In challenges and in eliminations than what I'm seeing currently. And for her to say that she's in the best shape of her life is bullshit. And that's what makes me mad. If she comes and
she
pulls
comes
a CT,
all the time and complains about the same thing, that nobody wants to do it. I don't know why I get here just last week. It's too early for me to go in. Why? Why is it too early to go in? Because you're a vet and you don't deserve to go in? Everybody's like, hey, if it's my time, it's my time. Put me in. I'm going to perform. She even said, well, I've done like 30 eliminations and I got a pretty good record. Okay, then go in and do it again. But you don't want to. You don't want to because you're afraid you're going to get exposed again. Like, that's why. She's bringing nothing to the table. Other than the fact that the other people on the other side of her alliance that she's friends with, like, I can't trust her because she's Olivia's number one and Olivia's on the other side of the house. Up until now, it's always been like she's just there, existing. Like, at least she has a little bit of a storyline this year. And it's because she does what she always does and plays the middle of the house and goes, I don't know why I can't win.
At the end of the day, I see her bringing absolutely nothing to this show except for annoying me. And if you're going to come to this show out of shape, then be CT and be like, I am out of shape. I probably should have laid off the beers and as Leroy said, eating cigarettes. Probably should have laid off of those things. And he owns up to that. That's my issue that I have with it. Don't sit there and act like you're the greatest thing to ever fucking come to this show, to never win, to be out of shape and then pretend like you're not. I don't fuck with that.
I don't fuck with it either because you keep coming on the show all the time. Like there are, it's an anger we have of like, why does she keep getting cast? And then we don't have anything to really like back that up with other than the fact that she just says yes. Like from a production side, why is this the person that they're like, she's going to be on every season? Is she on every season because she says yes and takes whatever money they're giving her at that point? And it's probably less than other people and it's a female spot to take? Sure. But again, no redeeming qualities other than we get to talk shit on this podcast, which I guess is why they do it. Amanda's also fun to watch.
Yeah, she is a great time.
So like she mixed it up her. like immediately on 40 when she was yelling with Corey. Love it.
Let's bring ourselves to a more positive time, and that's Ashley and Theo. Because boy, oh boy, is this duo maybe a new favorite of mine.
So good.
Ashley pissed the whole fucking time, and I love when she's pissed. That's great television. When Theo just got to the puzzle and just stacked up blocks, just stacked them. Incredible. Ashley, livid.
Green, blue, orange. I mean, it doesn't start.
When Ashley is angry, it is the best version of Ashley. It's so fucking funny.
Not for her, but for us.
She keeps trying to like rearrange her helmet so she can yell better at him so he can hear.
The third one is green, then it goes to orange. Oh, it.
Because I imagine it's very loud with the go-karts. Her mouth is muffled by the helmet, so she keeps trying to adjust it to help him.
Which I don't understand if that's a thing that you're allowed to do or not, because later Anissa says she can't see the puzzle and she can't help CT. But then I remember seeing Derek. I don't remember who old Derek was partnered with, but he's like standing up and looking at the puzzle. Ashley screaming at Theo for the puzzle. Like, her
trying to explain the blocks. Her being like, that one clearly can't go on the bottom.
Gray has to be on the top, obviously. That's the top, obviously, because it's flat.
It's clearly not in the middle.
That's the top, P.
Look at it. Just fucking look at it.
Let's use our brain.
Use your brain.
Every time. And Theo was like, yeah, she's like one of the meanest of the mean girls. And they roll old clips of her. And I was like, hell yeah. And it was at this point that I was sure old jiggle ass was going to be our ass of the week.
Yeah.
It's not, because obviously it's not.
It was close.
Mm-hmm.
It was a contender until something else happened. Yes. It was close.
I was dying at the graphics. Editor 1 shouted again, the devil, like all the rage is coming out of her. She's just like shaking. And then when she's got to do the lap and she like just starts slamming the... This is what I want in the people that get invited back.
Yeah.
Is this not, it's too early for me to go in. Nobody ever has my back.
I'm always the easy vote.
It's the same shit every year. And at least when Ashley gets upset, it's very entertaining because she'll shake her ass too. You know what I mean?
I don't think you can find anyone that watches the show that says Anissa is more entertaining than Ashley.
No. Can't be.
It just is not a thing.
I don't know what type of entertainment you like. Do you like
any
to just
of it?
Read
along
to audiobooks? I don't get it. You know? Later, Leo just there and somehow he figures out the puzzle.
Yeah, so can we talk about this last puzzle?
Yeah,
even saw him, quote, figure out the puzzle. I don't understand what the answer was.
Okay. Do you understand how they had to solve it, though?
I don't know what the answer is, so no, I don't understand how they had to solve it.
So all the colors have to, like, whatever the one exact opposite is, has to be the same color.
But it doesn't...
So if it's white here on the little guy,
Okay, I thought all of the whites had to somehow connect. Like I thought
no.
white, and then white to the right, but it was to the right of it and then down. And I was like, that doesn't even make any sense because of the way that that makes more sense.
Okay.
But I can understand why everyone was struggling with this. And good on Leo, man. Dude, I like Leo.
Leo's got potential. We said it last week. This was his audition for the TED Talk.
Yeah.
This is also his audition for the show. It's also Tay's audition for the show, I think, as well.
And I'm riding for both of them.
I think he knows what he's doing. I think he's very aware of what needs to be done to be brought back on this show. I mean, earlier he said, he related himself to Thanos. Like, I gotta do the hard thing that nobody else wants to do, which is killing off half the population in a single snap. Shout out MCU. And like, he gets it. Like, I can't just be in here and do nothing and hope that they're going to call me back. I gotta, even if I take a shot this year and don't do it, they're going to be like, oh, he's interesting. He'll talk. He'll mix it up.
I wish they would think about that when they cast everyone on this show, but yes.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense. Earlier, my girl Sydney throwing out Lewis Hamilton, being like, oh, somebody's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna be Lewis Hamilton. Smash cut to Cedric talking about, oh, I'm gonna be basically Lewis Hamilton here.
Yeah.
This is the point mix where we like to check in on Sydney.
I'm leaning towards a no.
Still, even after like the conversation at the club where she's trying to big brain all this, it was giving Michelle at the club.
Maybe it's just like the way that she goes about it. It's just so cocky and condescending that I don't think is fair for her to have this early. And like, she hasn't won an elimination. She's like everything. And I'm not saying she's not a good player. I just haven't seen her do something by herself.
Okay.
She talks this big game and like, again, she reminds me a lot of Michaela, but I'll give Michaela credit. Michaela works pretty much by herself, and she can accomplish things by herself. I have yet to see Sydney do that.
If Sydney goes into elimination and wins and, like, I don't know, maybe gets to a final, is that going to be
that would
level?
help the case?
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I don't like her delivery. Like, even that line that she did about the Lewis Hamilton thing.
Yeah.
And it's not her fault that like that's what the editors decided to choose and make that edit that way, like whatever. But I just feel like she's 90% of what comes out of her mouth is just like nasty, and it's not necessary to me.
I think that's just her.
And that's why I think I don't like her.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that being an issue.
But I'm curious if that's like who she is, or if she's put this persona on to like be this big badass and try to get people to be scared of her. I don't know.
I'd be really interested to like see stuff from Survivor and see if it's the same. I mean, we're talking about her now. It was that when she was at the club, it was the realization, and I kind of understood this before, that she's just like a really smart, strategic kind of like Michelle Survivor player, and like you understand the politics of it, and then like can you also perform? And she's got the politic part down. She understands like this whole like, well, it seems like this group has always been together, if I'm being honest.
Yes, and I don't understand why that's been like,
because they wanted to do this whole rookies versus vets thing. And CT was even like, it's not that, it's just your numbers. Because,
well, yeah. And everybody has these side alliances too. Like,
yeah. Her trying to like figure out like, hey, they're going to look this way. We're going to look this way. We're both going to say these other people, but that's not who we're voting for. I like it. It's a different type of mind in the game. These people from Survivor who come over, and sometimes a little bit Big Brother, but I think more Survivor, like they understand the strategy part of it, and that's hard to read on camera, but she's also giving me like her dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
I like. I know it's not for everybody, but I like it.
I would like it in bits and pieces. And again, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if like the edit is just giving me too much of it. And that's why I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Or if that's just like all she's saying. So that's why we're getting so much of it.
Yeah.
That whole vet conversation that she had with her and Dee in America, I was confused by that. And like you said, I'm sure that this has been a thing for a while too. And we just weren't aware of it. Because like Ashley's saying like, Dee and Sydney's names are not coming. Dee, Sydney, and America, like those are my girls. Their names are not coming out of my mouth. And I'm like, since when? Because the last time I remember, they all were like, fucking put America in.
Yeah, I think that was early on. Early on.
Yeah, but as Will said, they're on week 3.
Well, I think America went in what, the second week, first week, whatever week that was that she went into.
She didn't go in because of Naya.
So
we never saw her compete.
A couple weeks ago. Yeah, I think they were, because I think Naya was higher on their totem pole. Now that she's gone, they needed to replace it. And I think all those girls are smart enough to know, like, hey, it seems like Olivia's got this whole side of the house. We need to get more people over here, especially ladies that will vote on our side. I think it again, those 3 girls and those 3 girls are going to protect themselves first. And then it's like, well, we also have numbers here. So they're playing again. I think they were doing it. All right, let's get back to the beginning of the club mix after Tay and Jeremy lost, which was okay. I mean, even though he did one of those puzzles super quick.
She might have lost the daily, but her in that see-through fucking dress on all 4s is clearly this week.
Let's go, Tay!
Beautiful, fantastic, absolutely no notes.
It's like she listens to the number 1 before she went on and was like, what are the things I need to lock in on to get ass of the week? I need to put that ass right into the camera lens, and I need to shake it. Should the dress be see-through? And should I wear a thong so that Steven can also enjoy it? Yes, you fucking should. The gasp that I had in I was like,
and to then come up from that twerk and make out with Aviv?
Let's fucking go.
What's happening here?
Let's fucking go.
Meanwhile, Ashley is getting air fucked by Gabe.
Yes.
What?
She was grinding first, and then she did the air fucking. And I went back, and obviously I watched Tay shake it a couple times. She had those, are they called kitten heels mix? The little tiny baby heel?
Yes, good job, Steven.
Pew, pew.
Fashion.
Air horns for me. Oh, so fashion.
Very fashion.
Tay is continuing to rise up my leaderboard.
I love her. I do.
But at the beginning, she had the glass in her hand, and they were like, Tay. And she's like, all right, hold my beer. Let me pull the girls up real quick, and let me get down there and just do my thing. I know where the camera's at. I know where my angles are.
Art.
I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put on a fucking show, and I'm going to get ass of the week. And you did, Tay. Congratulations.
Well, and she knew. She had this intuition that we needed a warm-up for what we were about to go home to.
Correct. She wanted to prime us. She wanted to be the fluffer, if you will, for both me and
She primed
Mix.
all of us. I don't think anyone remembered to prime or fluff Will. Because Nany was just, I'm sorry, Babe was just in his bed.
Yeah.
There was no like, I'm going to go to your bed. None of that.
No.
They're in the dark and Will's like, who the fuck is in my bed?
They get home and that night vision camera's on, and I'm like, what is the night vision? And I was like, oh, it's going to be Babe.
Obviously, we knew it was Babe. He did not. Then she just grabs him.
Unbelievable move by Babe.
This is why I'm saying Babe is initiating all of this, and she's not slightly initiating it. You come home and this chick's just in your bed.
Okay, say less. That's what we all want. I had to do no effort here. I'm not courting. I'm not doing anything. Babe is just in my bed. I got a girl in my bed. I come back from the club.
Babe.
Okay.
And then,
Okay.
pretty much immediately, she's on top, straddling, and we switch to the night camera for a second, but it seems as though Babe miscalculated when the camera crew had gone home.
Well, right. We had night vision to begin with. I saw this. And then when we saw that flip is when the camera person's coming down the hallway and they turn the lights on in the room for the camera. Yep. And it was at that point they know they were caught. I mean, I think she was getting a little something before the camera person got in there.
That's what I'm saying.
They had started.
They had just started fucking.
Yeah.
And the lights turned on. The cameraman comes in. She nope, and hops off.
Yep.
It puts those little shorts back on.
Mm-hmm.
And runs out of the room. And she goes, good night. Here's my thing. I understand not wanting to have a professional camera filming you fucking this guy. I get that.
Right after a breakup. Yeah.
I get that. But there's a camera in that corner.
Mm-hmm.
This is, as Leo said, you're 10 plus seasons in. You haven't gotten dick down.
Couple times.
A few times. And good for you, girl. Do you. But there's a camera in the corner. So, and that's why when Cedric's go to the bathroom. This guy has never been on the challenge and is telling them, go fuck in the bathroom.
Cedric is the man in this.
Cedric's always been the man.
I thought he had disappeared at some point.
I love him.
I thought he got out of the bed and went somewhere else because when they were going at it, that literally between when Babe left, she's like, okay, bye. See you later. Cedric said, I always want to see my homies eat. I've never been a hater. And I'm like, that's my guy. That's my fucking guy.
I like him a lot. Every time we get little bits of Cedric, I'm in. I'm a big old fan.
And the move that I appreciate the most out of Babe here is Babe being like, hey, I've already had the dick in me.
Yeah.
Why am I not going to fully enjoy this? I've already been caught.
Yes.
I've fallen in the pool with my clothes on. I might as well swim around.
That's what I was getting at.
Goes right back.
I was very happy to see this from Babe. Because, again, you have a camera in the corner.
Yes.
You've already started.
Yeah.
I completely agree with her logic here. And that's what I was getting at. And then when she comes back in, I'm like, thank God, Babe understands. So she comes back. They start fucking. The rip off of the top was wild.
Ooh. The positions?
And she's fucking yelling. She is screaming. And Aviv's little body coming through that door and being like, Will? Why is Aviv trying to talk to Will this late at night?
Mm-hmm.
Question marks for everyone. But Aviv comes in, she's like, all right, and then backs out.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
and
sorry.
then they finally go to the bathroom to finish what they had started twice.
Will
screaming,
apologizing to Cedric,
before,
right? She gets out of bed, he gets out of bed, and he's like, hey man, sorry about that. I thought he was gone. I thought he went to another room. I thought he was in the living room turboing it up.
He wasn't climbing back down that fucking bunk bed. Fuck it.
Yeah, you're like, you can't interrupt them. You're like, hey, I'm here now. This is my life. I'm going to try to fall asleep while somebody's getting absolutely destroyed underneath me at this point.
How drunk was Babe?
I think he was more drunk than Babe was.
Interesting.
Just
hot
his
take.
little giggle. His giggle, like when the camera person came in, he's like, It was hilarious. It was like funny. It was role so reversal from what we usually see on the challenge. And the guy is the one being like, oh, shit.
I mean, yeah, maybe. But again, she was so aggressive with it. And then to come back shameless, I think she was a little litty-titty on that one.
She was a little litty-titty. I think she had needed it for a while. Editor One, shout out with the amazing graphic work of stock footage the fountains, the lava, the train through the tunnel. And then we go like
that compilation was wild.
It was so good because also if you watch the challenge, you know Babe's situation, you know she's not with Greaseback Bun Babe anymore.
Yep.
And for anyone else, this could have just been like, they hooked up, moved on with our life type thing. They're like,
Not
we
us.
have to give this time and energy for the number one. They need content. They need to just show all of it and live their lives.
What I want to be very clear about, now that we've gotten this great thing, I swear to fucking God, if they continue to fuck and we are unaware of this, I can see it, Steven. They've done it to us in the past.
We might have to make a phone call to see
We need
this was a
this to
one-time.
now be a continuous situation. Unless it is a one-time thing, then get one of them to say it in the confessionals so I have a bow on this. Do not let them be practicing puzzles in bed and we don't get to see it, okay?
I'm doing puzzles. I was trying to do a puzzle. You want to come back to my bed and do puzzles, bro? She said it was very good. She was asked basically what it was, and she was like, it was...
Her face got a little red. She got flustered. She had to throw the hair back behind the shoulders. So, shouts out Will, man, taking care of Babe. We love that. Everybody, as Cedric said, we want our guys to eat. Okay.
Yeah, we're also Cedric. I want that on a shirt, with his face. And
I
that's
want
just
my boys to eat. I want my girls to eat.
It's like I've never
Everybody
been a
gets to
hater. I've never been a hater. He said,
No.
I was like, no one's accusing you of being a hater, sir. Where did you think we're being a hater? We're not. We're not.
And then, they talk about it for maybe 0.2 seconds the next morning of being like, Nany, did you get that dick? And Nany's like, yeah, I got that dick. And they're like, that's hilarious. And that's it.
Yeah, if that's it for the rest of the season, I'm going to be furious.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'll be pissed. But, and I was a little mad that we didn't get there was no recap from Will's end, which I would have liked.
Mm-hmm. He'd be like, yeah, that shit was good.
Was missing that.
She was a freak.
Was upset we missed that. But I got picked back up immediately when we started to get into the vote. Steven, TJ's shirt.
Oh, yeah?
Loved it. That is a quintessential Thanksgiving dinner with your girlfriend's family for the first time shirt.
I got you.
It was a beautiful shirt and I liked it. And I also like that he's walking on water Jesus every time we do these votes. I know there's little tiny steps for him, but he's just I want to see him get to the setup. I want to see him tippy toe to the bigger box.
That needs to happen. That needs to be behind the scenes.
I know you have it.
TJ walking. Put it online. Put it on the social channel. TJ
Just
walking
send
out
it to
there.
me and I'll leak it.
Okay, we can do that too. We won't leak. We're not leakers over here at the number.
Well, with your permission. Alleged permission. We'll play the game, okay?
Yeah.
We'll play the game.
We'll tag you guys, with our audience and stuff like that.
We get into the vote, and Steven, I was upset. I was disgusted. I was appalled.
Mm-hmm.
Not only with the editing team, but with myself. Steven, this is the first time I feel like I saw Turbo this entire episode.
You're right. You're right. But you know what? We had so much good content before that I was being very positive about it. I saw Babe get fucked. I saw Ashley just be an absolute demon multiple times.
Yeah.
I was okay with it. I saw Tay shaking ass. I saw her thong through it. And I'm like, listen, if this is what I'm getting in replacement of Turbo not being on this episode and no banana hammock thong, I'll take it. I'm okay.
I got Turbo in a cowboy hat for absolutely no fucking reason, playing with what only I can describe as anal beads.
Mm-hmm.
Not even reacting slightly to these votes until they went to the confessional and he's like, Derek's a bitch. He knows that I have more points than him and he can't handle it.
Yeah. And that's fine. I mean, it's probably true, but in a way, who cares, honestly, at this point?
I mean, I kind of like that Turbo thinks everything's about him. See, he does it in a fun way. He doesn't stand up and say, I am the challenge. He's funny about it.
Oh, God. This vote, I have issues with. I don't know what we're doing. You gave me 15 minutes of lead up, so I thought I kind of knew what was going to be done, and then it actually happens, and I have no idea what's going to be done. John A turns to Cedric and is like, who do you want to vote for? And I'm like, don't make him vote.
Yeah, dude, it's a girl's day.
Yeah, he bites. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Let her pick. She doesn't want to say it because she doesn't have anybody that she can actually say because of how the votes are going. She's trying to Anissa this right now and play both sides of it. I don't like it. Don't make him pick. This is ridiculous. This is what we said last time is like the girls should pick on the girls' day. You should respect the decision. And
I
then
agree.
Olivia burns on Sydney. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing, guys?
That pissed me off. And also, John A, girl, I don't have an issue with John A. But this episode, she kind of made me a little annoyed. Exactly what you were saying about pushing it on Cedric. And also, she says that she had no idea that her name was up. And I'm thinking back to this entire episode after the daily, up until this point, literally, I think CT asked Olivia, who are you hearing? And she said John A. There was at least two other, like the Sydney conversation with America and D. John A.'s name was being thrown around in that conversation. When they went and talked to the vets, John A.'s name was being thrown in that conversation. Bullshit.
Yeah. There's no way she
and if you didn't know, that is a massive issue for you that you need to be having more conversations because that seemed like the only consistent name I was hearing.
Well, it was John A and Izzy were like the two names that I heard, I thought, right? Or D,
well, the Izzy
John A,
thing,
Izzy.
yeah.
Like, the Izzy thing was like, we're going to pretend we're not voting for her, and we are. So I understood that. But the vote when they got to Olivia was 2 for D, 2 for John A, 4 for Izzy.
Yeah.
And then Olivia votes Sydney. And I'm like, well, isn't your number one girl? Well, it's not her number one. Isn't this girl? I think what we've seen here is that Izzy and Olivia's relationship had been blown up.
I think that
for these purposes, that this vote was going to happen.
Yeah, and I also think Izzy in her brain thought that she was a lot higher on the Olivia totem pole than in reality she was. And that is what everyone was kind of saying to Izzy, especially last week. And that's why I really didn't feel bad for Izzy on this vote. She made the decision to tell Olivia what was going on last week. And everybody knew that she was the one that leaked it to the vets. So that's her decision and she can make that decision. But then this kind of thing is going to happen because of that decision. You need to be prepared for that to be the outcome. You can't just go and do things and think that, oh, it's the next day. Nobody cares. Not how this game works.
No, and I think, again, like, it was a little surprising that she decided to burn on Sydney and not try to at least give somebody else a vote, like D a vote. D's not on her side at all. D's not on her team. D's never going to do that. I
understand it.
So I was like, okay, we'll vote for D, but
D is Turbo, and Turbo is scary.
I think that's all this happened to be.
Yeah.
I think that's all this happened to be was she didn't want to piss off Turbo and make him a hangnail potentially. She probably thought Izzy probably has a good chance of going home at this point. I don't want to piss off Turbo. We know how that would go. That's not good for me. So I think what Olivia did here was she big brained it and it was like, I feel like I've gotten everything I can out of this relationship at this point.
Yep.
It's serving me no longer. The people also on my alliance that are with her are kind of like, she's a bit of a liability for us to have on our team now.
Yep.
But at the same time, you keep the liability around if you can, right? To be like, oh, you said her name before. I don't know. It was fine. Theo and then Ashley burn on CT and Anissa. They're like, who should we burn on? This is one of these reasons that I like the blind vote. We don't get to see them like yell at each other and stuff like that. But it stops people from like blatantly burning votes at the same time. Yeah,
we don't get to see people yell. And I agree that it stops the burn vote. But we also, with a blind vote, get the spiral of people being like, who voted for me?
Yes, 100%.
And I almost feel like I like that more than a yelling match. And they can all sit in a room and each person get up and go, right? So then they're still having these speeches and these arguments.
Yeah, I get why they do it. It's just another way of having them like potentially yell at each other and making you say it to that person's face. There's two schools of thought. It's fine. We're mixing it up. We're being positive. It's going to be Izzy going in against her best friend, allegedly, in Tay.
I loved that whole thing where they're all like, girl, nobody gives a fuck.
No, I think Izzy was just blindsided. Like, hey, I didn't think it was going to be me, which, again, like, how do you not know that? But now is where it's starting to get interesting because all of the kind of the also-rans that aren't attached to people, as our good guy Leroy later talked about, like, this is the hardest game he thinks he's had to play because the partners change every week, so you don't really know what's going on. You can
not anymore soon, Steven. Hooray.
I know. I don't know if I'm going to like that. We'll see.
Well, we'll discuss. Let's go to this elimination again this season. Knock on wood, undefeated in these eliminations, man. I loved this one too.
It was so good. It might have been the longest explanation for elimination I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, it was a lot of words.
I'm like,
but I understood.
As soon as it started, I was like, oh, I got it. I don't know if I needed that long of an explanation, but I got it. Mm-hmm. I loved this. Somebody asked me recently, they're like, when you watch to record, are you keeping notes or do you watch it once through just to enjoy it? And I was like, no, I don't really usually have time to do that. So I'll pause, right, pause, right, pause, right, and back and forth the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I was so locked into this elimination.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it through beginning to end. I didn't write one thing till it was over. It got me.
That's a great sign of a good elimination, Steven, and we love that.
It was edited so well.
It was.
There was the camera shots, the pickups of this, the design of all of it.
The slow-mo fall of the bricks, especially when that one tower fell of Izzy's and that one brick broke. It's like, this is cinema.
It was so fucking good. I loved it. I was enthralled. I wanted more of this. Honestly, you can give me 15 minutes of this and I wouldn't have blinked. I was locked in. Tay is a fucking warrior.
Tay is fantastic. I love her. She's great TV. She's fucking hot. She's athletic. She never gives up. That's the kind of shit I like to see on my challenges. I do want to talk a little bit about when they were prepping for this. Izzy said something and I was like, what? I believe she said, I listened to it twice and I think what she said was she played netball from the age of 7. What in the fuck is netball?
Netball is basketball adjacent. You're shooting a ball through a hoop.
Okay.
However, from what I can remember, when you catch the ball, you can't move with the ball. So like if it's passed to you, you have to stop and then you either have to try to shoot or you pass back to somebody else.
Dribbling.
Correct. You can dribble, but once you catch it, you're kind of stopped there.
Got it.
But it's literally just a giant rod with a hoop on it. There's no backboard. There's nothing. So this is very netball adjacent. But yet, it seemed like everybody stopped trying to do the top one, which to me almost seemed like I would just keep trying the top one. It's going to let me do more. Even if I miss a couple times, I feel like I'm going to get way more time to build. I could build all 7 of those in one go, I think, for each top one I got.
Listen, I am obviously an athlete, as we all know. They called me the shot doctor, okay? My shot is flawless.
They did not call
My
you that.
basketball game is top notch. I was supposed to play D1, but this might shock you listeners. I have too many concussions and had to stop playing basketball. But I was fucking good at that shit. And I got so excited for this because I was like, I would have fucking crushed this. that top basket, and maybe it's a perspective thing, didn't seem that hard to get to.
Yeah.
Well,
because you're an athlete.
But like the width of it
The
wasn't.
girth?
Yeah, the circumference was not small. It was not small. It was decently sized opening. It just was higher up.
We talking about Babe again, or are we talking about the basketball?
Talk about the basketball hoops.
Sorry.
We're talking about the holes.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
And like you said, going for that every time to me makes more sense because even if you miss a little,
Yeah.
that other basket is underneath and it's way bigger. It's probably 2 out of 5 times catching that ball as it falls if you miss.
Yeah, I don't know. There's the added pressure of like, this person's getting too far ahead. I should have just gone for the other one. Keep the normal pace. Let me get this, and then if I get ahead, I could try one of those for the later one, which you had to do clearly.
Yeah.
To do the last one. It's fine. Her system worked. In the middle of this, I was like, Tay's really good at the challenge.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, as if CT read my mind, he drops probably what should be on her Instagram bio now as a quote from CT. I've done this long enough to know who's got it and who doesn't, and she's got it. And I was like, absolute facts.
The highest compliment you can get.
Are you kidding me? Like, what else could you get?
Fucking awesome. And I also was just very annoyed at Izzy not fixing that podium. It threw me from the beginning, and I'm just like, what are you doing? And everyone's screaming at her to fix it, and she's still not, and she's stacking more and more bricks on it. Like, what are we doing?
She was so out of it.
I know she was out of it.
That's one of those things, like, the more, like, if you've been watching for long enough, and I'm sure everybody at home, a minute in, you realize she wasn't going to win.
Yeah, I agree. And I wrote that down too. I was like, Tay has this in the bag.
It was over.
As soon as she didn't fix that podium, it was done.
Done. There was no way she was coming back from that. Tay was like, as CT kind of said, like, just the focus that she's a Big Brother person. She's not like former, I don't know what her sports background is, because it's definitely not on our Instagram. That's not what it's on our Instagram. It's hot fits. It's being hot is on her Instagram. Shocking.
And I love that for her.
Like, hot. And she was on Big Brother with her sister, who's also hot. Shocking.
Of course.
Runs in the family. Hotties.
Of course.
But I was happy to see it, because I think people are like, she's been disappeared. She doesn't say much. But when it comes time to show up, she's done it twice now.
Absolutely.
She's going to be, I think, one of these sneaky players, maybe for the rest of the season. Maybe if she does another season where it's like, okay, like, she just shows up and does shit.
You know what she reminds me of? Is it that Cassidy with the nose ring from like,
oh yeah,
2 seasons ago?
Yeah.
She gives a lot of Cassidy energy. Everyone's like, yeah, just like Tay, whatever. And then she goes in and just fucking destroys.
Yeah. Yeah. And Cassidy shook ass, made out with Michelle. Yeah.
Very, very adjacent to each other. Well, Tay wins.
Yep.
We find out, Stephen, the points matter. Can you believe it?
If somebody would have told us that.
I wish that somebody had. You know, and I think Anissa maybe had a frog in her throat or something, because Derek came in to pick up the slack.
Talk about somebody who's not doing anything this year.
Derek's like, I have no points. I need points so that I can get a good teammate. Thank you, Derek.
So I'm going to be last. And I know what that means. I also want to
say something. I saw a comment that says that we don't like the vets. That's a lie. I like the vets too. Why can't I like both? Why can't I like some rookies and some vets? Why does it gotta be like this?
And there's people who are just like, oh, I hate the new people. I hate the new people. Cool. You don't want the show to continue. You're gonna have to get on board with some of these new people, because as we've seen, it's not happening for these old people.
Well, do you remember? I remember, Steven, because now I have way more than 5 seasons under my belt. The first season Olivia was on, I remember clear as day us talking and you being like, this is the future of the challenge. Olivia, like, everybody check in. And Olivia is carrying this entire vet conversation. The vet side of this show is Olivia.
Right, because she's done it enough to understand how this works now.
Yes, but that's exactly... If we hadn't gotten her on her first season, what would we have in this season? Like, what would we have? Bananas would have just been fucking around, and that would have been it?
You would have fucked around and found out, yeah.
So maybe try to find a rookie or two that you like. And also, just because we like some of the rookies doesn't mean we don't like the vets. I love Ashley. Turbo is my favorite person on this fucking show.
Yeah, let's go through the vets right now. Anissa, no. Ashley, fantastic.
Amazing.
Aviv has disappeared since Johnny left, but we love Aviv.
Yeah.
I'm good with Aviv. CT, obviously.
Yeah.
Derek Chavez doing death drops. Great. Like,
We've always been a Derek C fan.
Derek K, probably not. So that's 2 that we're out on.
He at least gave me some sort of storyline. Was the storyline because he's come in with an injury and is causing his partners to have to go to eliminations? Yes.
And that his hat is surgically attached to his head? Yes.
Yes.
John A, okay.
Indifferent.
Okay. Indifferent, yeah. So that's 2.5. Leroy, I could take it or leave it.
I like Leroy. He's not going to win, though. That's the problem with Leroy.
Right. Michaela, we don't like. So there's 3. Nany, a.k.a. Babe. Obviously, we love Babe.
Liv,
Liv. Theo.
I like Theo.
I like Theo. And then Turbo. Like, what do you...
The icon, the legend, the king.
What are you talking about? I mean, and we had Cara and Bananas and Naya and Rogan before that. So,
and I liked all of them.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I'm very interested to see how the points, how this goes, whether they're going to have to do that. I can't do the math right now.
Well, yeah, so
I
that was
done
the
this
other thing.
before. Yeah.
There has to be like a mass exodus, or they're going to have to in some way control, because TJ specified that it has to be opposite sex and it has to be one threat and one vet.
2, 1, 2. I'm doing the math right now. So can you write these? Do you have the ability to like write these down?
Yeah,
if I give you numbers. Okay.
Yep.
So in terms of, these are female new threats for everybody keeping track at home. We have Adrienne, America, D, Sydney, and Tay. That's 5 female new
Female
threats.
new, okay.
Let's do male new.
Okay.
Cedric, Gabe, Jake, Justin, Leo, Will, and Jeremy. That's 7.
7. Okay.
Female vets.
Yes.
Anissa, Ashley, Aviv, John A,
Michaela.
Nany, Olivia.
7. And then male vets.
CT, both Derek's, Leroy, Theo, and Turbo. So that's 6, right?
Yes. So basically, if a male vet goes home next week, we're solid. We have, for new, we have 5 females and 7 males. And for vets, we have 7 females and 6 males. So the vet, female, and the male new.
Well, we know what's happening now. They're going to do everything humanly possible to make sure it's male vet going in. That's somehow production is going to work their little magic and blow a horn early, or be like, hey, you didn't get up the rope in time, even though we didn't say you had to be up there as a team in the original rules. But, for storyline, it's better this way. Basically guaranteed it's going to be male vet.
In the preview, they show something that makes it pretty clear to me that a male vet is going.
Well, there you go.
I don't even think we're going to get to an elimination.
Okay. Interesting. So somebody might go home? Is that what you're saying? They're going to self-eliminate?
Do you remember a couple episodes ago when you were saying that it seemed like everybody showed up injured?
Ah, okay. Got ya.
That's what I'm thinking happened here. And as you said, the production little magic, I think that they were like, listen, it's time.
It's good. You've served your purpose.
You've done it.
Thank you for getting us through this point.
Yep.
You were actually injured 2 weeks ago.
You are now our sacrificial lamb.
Now it's time to go.
That's what I think.
Got ya. So a little hop along.
Well, which if that's the case and I don't get an elimination, I need more Will and Babe. Okay?
Honestly, just show me the other stuff you didn't show me this week. Like,
exactly.
Put new noises in and pretend. Show me the bathroom. Like, have the cameraman outside the bathroom. Moan it.
TJ Little Twinkle Toes going across those stones, man.
How much would it cost?
More turbo from 3 weeks ago.
To wake up TJ, to send them in the house, to greet them as they came out of the bathroom. And just, like, applaud Nany. Applaud Babe.
Just high fiver.
Yeah. I love to see it. You crushed it.
Winners never quit.
Yeah. I'm going to need a little more effort next time. Said nobody in this case.
A great episode.
This was a great episode. We've run a bit
Fantastic.
long. We thank you so much. Remember to subscribe on YouTube, guys. The numbers are really growing. We appreciate that. It's great. You can donate over there too. We appreciate that. Thank you for the donos that have been coming in the past couple weeks. Big, small donos. It doesn't matter. We do appreciate it. Also, our McBee meat has arrived. There is another video of us eating the McBee meat that premiered before you're getting this one. So go check us out eating.
Bonus episode.
Yeah, putting some McBee boys meats in our mouth. You know,
we love that. We love you. And we will see you for the next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.